Labor Day weekend is coming up, and a lot of people are looking forward to taking one last summer trip.
Oh yeah, get ready to see busier roads, airports, and even cruise ship terminals. This morning we're joined by AAA Texas spokesperson Daniel Armbruster to tell us about the travel numbers. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, thanks so much for joining us this morning. So how many people are traveling this holiday? I feel like school has started, but it's sort of the last summer trip.
Yeah, the 3 summer holidays, Labor Day is actually the least traveled, yet we still see a lot of people take a last-minute road trip, and domestic travel is up about 9% compared to a year ago, with costs down about 4%. So not only will road trips be popular, but air travel, of course, will be busy this Labor Day weekend. And so certainly if you have a trip planned, you want to be prepared and start thinking about those last-minute things that you need to do right now.
Okay, yeah, Amy and I were just talking about this. We were like, we feel like Labor Day is more of a road trip type holiday, but you say that air travel is also expected to be busy. Where are people going? What are the top destinations?
So one of the top destinations is Anchorage, Alaska this
What?
year. Certainly Alaskan cruises are popular this time of year. We see an increase in the number of people taking Alaskan cruises through AAA bookings. So that's one of the popular destinations. Seattle is the most popular destination in the lower 48. It's up 30% compared to a year ago. Maybe it's just a lot of folks want to escape the heat, but certainly that's one of the top destinations. Orlando, Florida, another top destination because of Disney. Anaheim, California as well because of Disney.
Yeah, Haley talked me out of going to a state park to camp. I said, hey, we'll go to Inks Lake. She was like, that is miserable.
Too hot.
But for those people flying to Alaska and Seattle and other places, any advice for people who are flying?
Well, you, of course, want to get to the airport at least 2 hours early. I was at the airport yesterday. It's still busy. It's one of the busiest summers we've seen in a while. So make sure that you get there, reserve a parking spot ahead of time. And of course, if you can, make sure that you take your luggage on board, carry it on. Don't check it if you don't have to. That'll save you some headache if your baggage gets lost. And also just make sure that, of course, you pack your patience. It's going to be a very busy holiday, even though not as many people travel over Labor Day, say as they do Memorial Day or 4th of July. It still gets busy over the weekend, so you want to be mindful of that as well.
Well, still just a short weekend, so what tips do you have for people making a road trip?
Well, go ahead and make sure your vehicle is ready to go, road trip ready. You've had your belts and hoses checked under the hood, your battery's in good condition. If it's over 3 years old, you want a trusted mechanic to take a look at that battery. Battery life is usually 3 to 5 years. And then make sure your tires are in good shape. You want to have good tires, not only for safety, but also for fuel efficiency as well. If your tires are underinflated, it takes away from your fuel efficiency. It also increases your risk for a blowout.
And we know you guys at AAA are always really good about telling us the best time to hit the road, because it can get really, it's basically like a highest traffic and then lowest traffic. When is the best time to get out there for Labor Day weekend?
So Thursday and Friday, you want to avoid those afternoon, evening commute hours. You're going to have holiday travelers mixed with regular commuters. If you really can, Saturday morning's a good time to leave, but it's going to be busy on the roadways, especially as the day, throughout the day, as time passes, whether it's Thursday, Friday, or even the weekend. The afternoon and evenings are going to be busier, so you want to try to avoid those times if you can.
All right, and how are gas prices looking right now?
Well, the good news is gas prices are about 50 cents cheaper on average than they were a year ago. So gas prices are down below $3 a gallon in Texas now for the most part, or at least the average is. So certainly you're going to see some savings. Houston's sitting at $2.93 this morning. And certainly we could see gas prices go down a little bit. But don't be surprised if you see some fluctuation just because you have pressure on demand over a holiday weekend. So sometimes we do see a little bit of fluctuation on those holiday weekends.
Yeah. Hey, I have a question for you, and not to put you on the spot. We wonder if this is a thing, because Haley and I were talking. Remember when you used to like just wait until the last minute for a flight if you have the ability to fly out with your family? I mean, is it still a thing that like, okay, I'm going to wait till the night before and see if they have any seats left? Are they really inexpensive?
Yeah.
Sometimes you can find a good deal that way, although we don't recommend it just because you might not be able to get enough seats for your entire party. And so you want to make sure that if you're all sitting together on the same flight, you plan that out well ahead of time, talk with a travel advisor. But sometimes you can find last minute deals. It's always a little bit of a crapshoot, though.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. I know it works for hotels. Sometimes you wait till the last minute and you can get a good deal in a hotel.
Right.
Daniel Armbruster, we appreciate your time this morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.